Okay, this is going to be a weather update. It is 1:30, approximately 1:30 on February 25th, 1:30 in the morning, February 25th, 2016. It's a little Piney News storm update because we have incredible wind damage across our area. We've had a very strong low-level jet situation, LLJ, bringing some very warm tropical air, thunderstorms, and just an incredible amount of wind and rain to the area. So I actually was I could have done an update earlier, but the winds were just so bad that I didn't feel comfortable doing one. We're going to look at the radar right now. I'm going to first look at this radar, and you're going to see that most of the rain has now moved away from our area. And the winds are calming down finally. But we had some very strong winds, gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour. Suffolk County is still going to get in on some of this heavy rain that we have. But for the most part, it is over. It is winding up. Finally, it's been a long night with the wind. I want to show you just how bad the wind was. We're going to look at JFK Airport. We're going to look at some of the airports. I think we got the worst of the wind on Long Island. Alright, so this is the wind as of 1 a.m. South of 28, gusting at 37, which is nothing compared to the way it was earlier. If we look at the way it was earlier, look at some of these gusts here. Look at this one, gust 54. Oh wait, you can't see that. Let me move that over. Yeah, gust of 54 right here. So yeah, some not terribly high amounts of rain, but the wind was really incredible. But the wind is finally starting to quiet down. I just want to look at some of these other observations and see maybe what Farmingdale got in the wind department. Let's see. Oh yeah, look over here. Yep, gust of 51 at 23:53. Wow, that's impressive. So of course all this wind has done some damage, and that's the next thing we have to look at. Power outages. There are quite a few. Move this up a little bit, as you can see, get a good view of the page here. Yeah, the power outage map has really lit up quite a bit here on Long Island. You can see just there's 43,075 power outages right now. I guess I'm going to have to put this video on the widescreen aspect. Yeah, you can see that there's, trying to zoom in here, you can see it's just outages all over the place in Nassau County. Some big ones, some small ones. A lot of these yellow triangles are big power outages. Amazingly, the power has stayed on here in Westbury, but a lot of other areas it has gone out. This, North Shore particularly hit hard. We look over here, in Manhasset, Great Neck Plaza. This shows you how our system just came down. Really did really badly today due to the winds. A lot of damage, down trees, down tree branches, that kind of stuff. So you look around, you see more power outages here, some big ones here, down here. There's more. I'll just take you around briefly. This plain edge. In some areas, there are hardly any power outages. Like this whole area here, hardly has any. Just a matter where the trees come down. Long Beach has a power outage. You can see it's just a huge sea of power outages. But once you get east, you should just think, why are there hardly any power outages out here? It's kind of interesting, isn't it? You should go out east. Look at this. Whole eastern end of the island hardly has anything. It's all on the western end. My assuming is maybe because the wind was the worst in this particular area here. So as you can see, we're probably going to break 50,000 on the outage number, but it's a lot of power outages here. I just want to compare it to JCP&L for a minute. JCP&L doesn't have as many outages. I don't think they got the same amount of winds we did. They have some outages around Toms River, Ocean County, but Riel, summer outages. But if you look at their numbers, let's see, we go to summaries here. Outages by county. Yeah, they don't have that many at all. 2,240 in Monmouth, 1,785 in Ocean County. Yeah, it really is not that bad compared to our PSEG Long Island system, which you can see. Yeah, this is what happens when you have old power infrastructure. It needs to be updated. You get a ton of power outages, and it looks like this. So yeah, it's this is what it is. They're upgrading, but it takes time. Last thing I want to look at is the Long Island Railroad. I don't want to make this a long update. Alright, yeah, we got multiple trees that have fallen across the tracks in Wyandanch on the Ronkonkoma line. There has been a tree across the tracks. Train struck a tree around Northport, and there's a weather-related power problem on the West Hempstead branch, so I'm guessing from Valley Stream is operating. I'm not sure if they have a power outage of third rail or what's going on. Probably power outage of third rail that they rectified because the train's on the move. Even the Babylon branch also had a problem. Yeah, even they weren't immune. 13 minutes later after striking a tree west of Massapequa Station. So yeah, this is what's going on across the area. So we have a major windstorm, and I'll just take you back to the weather here. And the other thing I want you to note is look at these temperatures: 58, dew point 57. This is unheard of. This is very humid weather. This is all due to climate change. We get more storms like these. These are fueled by El Nino, but these storms are made stronger by climate change. So that is what is going on. We'll take one last look at the radar as this horrible storm moves away. Just incredible for February to get a storm like this. Almost like a tropical storm, really. But it is moving away. Take it easy. Be safe.